Hello everyone and welcome to day 19 of your 30-day beginner mat Pilates challenge. My name is Kaylin and today we have a 25-minute full body burn. We're going to get you in and get you out while still getting in a really great workout. Again, if you are a part of our community group called Mat Chat, make sure you send over your photo because you guys have been absolutely killing it. It's been so fun to see everybody sitting in their workouts from everywhere they're doing the workouts from. If you're stumbling upon this on YouTube, make sure you join our Discord community. It's so fun because you just meet so many like-minded people and we can all support each other through these challenges. We also do fun giveaways and prizes if you complete these challenges. So with all that being said, we're going to jump straight on in. Once again, you don't need any equipment because this is beginner friendly and something that you can do everywhere in the world. So let's start on our backs, pulling those knees into our chest, breathing into this. Taking a second to just find stillness and reconnecting with your why. We're a little over halfway with this challenge. So this is where things are going to start to get a little tricky. You might think, oh, I could just miss one day. It's not a big deal. But I want you to keep showing up because that's what builds that habit that's going to last the rest of your life. Go ahead and lower that right leg down, keeping this left knee pulled into the chest. Because fitness is a lifestyle, whether you cycle, you run, you do Pilates, you do the gym, maybe you do a mix of it all. It truly is a lifestyle and not something that's a quick fix in just 6 weeks or even just 30 days. Reach this leg up high to the ceiling so you can get a nice big stretch in the back of that leg. However, these 30 days is the building blocks to not only see results, but to build that habit like we talked about. All right, bend that knee down and extend it back up. So you're just bending and extending here. Bringing in some movement into the body and into that leg. Last two, and this is your last one. Amazing. Hold that leg at the top and just give me little circles with that ankle. Go ahead and release the hands and just also give me circles with those wrists. Bend the knee in and then just switch those legs. Pulling the right knee into the chest and extending that leg up high now. Holding this here, trying to pull that leg back towards you to take a nice stretch. Flex the foot and let's begin to lower and extend. So just bending at that knee and reaching it back up high to the ceiling. Flexing that foot like you're stamping the ceiling. You have last three. This is two. And this is your last one. Amazing. Holding at the top and begin rolling out that ankle. Breathing through all of this, appreciating this slow time before we turn things up a notch here in a second. Release and just again roll out those wrists. All right, let's bend the right knee in and let's bring both knees into the chest. We're going to jump straight into some core work here. So from here, I want you to lift your head and shoulders up off of the mat. Those arms are going to extend to a hover. You guys are probably pretty familiar with this by now, but we're going to start with your hundreds. So those arms are reaching out long at a hover by your hips. You're going to extend those legs out to 45 degrees and you're going to start pumping your arms up and down for inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Keep going here. Really gluing these legs together, reaching your chest and head up high off of the mat. Yes, you can. Pumping those arms vigorously up and down. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. You want to make this easier? Bring your legs up closer to 90. You want to make this harder? Bring those legs down closer to the ground. You guys got this. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Pause. Bend the knees into the chest and lower your head and shoulders all the way back down. All right. So that should have brought some immediate warmth into the body and into that core. From here, I want you to lift your head and shoulders back up. Those arms are going to stay just right by your side body here. From here, you can have your hands just facing in towards one another. The head and shoulders is lifted off of the mat. You're going to extend everything out long. The arms reach out, the legs reach out. You're going to open the legs just to the width of the mat, close them together, bend the knees in, then bend the arms in. So again, everything extends out. You open the legs, close the legs, bend the knees in, bend the arms. If this is too much on your neck, place those hands behind your head and just continue with the motion of the legs here. Keep going. Just 4 more of these. This is 3. This is 2. And this is your last 1. Go ahead and lower the head and shoulders down. Give yourself a little bit of a break. From here, we're gonna move into this series of 5, is what it's called in Pilates, AKA an absolute core burner. So if you need to modify at any time, please take that. But I know that we've been doing the work, we've been doing these workouts for a little bit now. So I want you to challenge yourself to continue all the way through this. So from here, you're gonna lift your head and shoulders back up off the mat. Both of your hands are going to reach onto your calf here. You're gonna have your left hand reaching towards your ankle, your right underneath your right knee. You're gonna extend your left leg out long. You're gonna hold this, and you're just gonna switch the legs and the arms. Good, so we're just switching here. Those head and shoulders are staying lifted up as high as you can the entire time. Switching and switching. Yes, you can. If at any point this is too much on your neck, you can lower the head down. You can also bring your hands behind your head. But I want to challenge you to keep the head and shoulders lifted. All right, we have last 3 on each side. Last 2. And this is your last 1. All right, bend those knees into the chest. The head and shoulders stay lifted. The challenge here is to keep those head and shoulders lifted the entire time. Now from here, you're gonna extend your legs out at a 45-degree angle as your arms reach overhead. So simultaneously, everything is going to extend out. You're gonna swoop your arms around to pull the knees back into the chest. Amazing, keep going. Yes, you can. Once again, those hands can come behind your head if you feel like you need that. But keep those head and shoulders lifted. I know you can. We have just 4. This is 3. Last 2. And this is your last 1. All right, keep it lifted here. Now those hands can come behind your head. You can lift those legs up high to the ceiling. You're gonna take those hands and grab up towards your right ankle. The left leg is gonna lower down. You're gonna pull this leg in for 2 counts, and then you're gonna switch the legs and the arms. So pulse, pulse, switch, pulse, pulse, switch. You guys got this. Making sure you're keeping your waist pulled in, that tailbone curled down the entire time. We really want our back pressed into the mat here since our head and shoulders are lifted up high. All right, you guys got this. Keep going. Again, those hands can come behind the head. Just make sure you follow that same beat and movement. You guys are almost done with this series. Keep going here. Give me 2 more on each side. This is your last 1. Meet those legs back up high. Everyone can place their hands behind their head. The hands are staying behind the head. And then from here, those legs are squeezed together. The ankles are squeezed together. I want you to imagine there's a string attached to your toes pulling you towards the ceiling. From here, those head and shoulders stay lifted. You're lowering the legs down towards the mat, and you're reaching them back up. Good, so the modified version of this is you just don't lower as much and lift. If you can lower all the way down and lift up, but making sure that back isn't arching. Yes, you can. You guys got this. You have last 6. 5. Pull that waist in. Lift the head up a little bit higher for 4. This is 3. Last 2. I know that core is on fire. And this is your last 1. Reach those legs up. All right, bend those knees in. This is where we finish this series at. From here, you're gonna cross your right elbow towards your left knee. This right leg is gonna extend out long. You're gonna pull everything back to center, and you're gonna switch sides. So now the left elbow is touching the right knee. Pull back center, and switch. Center, switch, center. You guys got this. So this is a little bit more controlled than a bicycle. A bicycle is gonna be a lot faster, and honestly just a lot less intentional. But this is good to think about anytime you are doing a bicycle or just in another workout class. Do whatever feels the most challenging. And usually moving slower can feel way more challenging. All right, we take a break after this. You guys got this. This is 3 on each side. We have 2. Finishing with your last 1, finishing on this other side. Bring those knees into the chest and lower that head all the way down. Whew. You guys absolutely killed that. Those feet can come down on the ground. Let's go ahead and press ourselves just up into a little bridge position just to kind of Bring a little bit of opposition to stretch out that core. We're not moving into glute work yet or any leg work yet. All right, lower yourself down. Let's bring those knees into the chest. Just take a second here. That is not an easy series, so you guys absolutely killed that. Whew. Circle out those ankles. Then let's go ahead and extend our legs out long in front of us. You can flex those feet. Those arms are gonna reach up high to the ceiling. We've done this many times in many of our workouts. We're gonna do some roll-ups. So I want you to just roll yourself up to a seated position. And then you can bend yourself forward and get a nice stretch. The reason you're gonna see repetition in some of these classes and even classes that you go to in person is because repetition is actually good, especially when you're doing challenges. Begin to lower yourself back down onto the mat, nice, slow, and controlled. Ooh, I felt that good in my core after all of that work. Roll yourself back up and stretch yourself forward. But repetition is truly what allows your body to start to build up more strength. So sometimes the most boring workouts can actually be the most effective. Keep going here. Reaching up high. And let's all go down super, 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 super slow. Maybe you're the last one down there. Imagine you're competing with everybody else. Even though you can't see everybody else, that's okay. Keep going here. I feel like a roll-up is one of the most humbling exercises that they have in Pilates. Let's do 2 more. Get that nice stretch at the top, sit up tall before you begin to articulate, curve that spine to bring yourself back down. All right, this is your last one, so let's make it the slowest one yet. Everybody come up with control, reach forward. Everyone stand up tall or sit up tall, and we're gonna take an 8 count, so don't beat me down there. For 8, 7, 1 vertebrae touches down at a time. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reach everything up. Amazing. Those hands can come down by your side. I want you to press yourself up so you're on your forearms now. This workout is a little bit heavier core, but hopefully you guys will thank me for that and not hate me for it. We'll find out. So you guys are gonna be on those elbows. We're just gonna finish here with a little bit more work, and then we'll jump into some upper body stuff. So those knees are gonna lift up into tabletop position. From here, they're just gonna tap down the toes and lift back up. So you're just tapping and lifting. Notice how this probably feels easier than when we were just laying on the floor. All right, we have last 6, 5, 4, 3, last 2, and last 1. Hold those legs up. And I want you to start giving me those little crisscross bicycles, but just in this position. So the leg is gonna lower down, it's gonna lift up. So we're keeping one leg in tabletop as the other one extends out straight. Yes, you can. I realize I compared this to crisscross, but we're actually not crossing our upper body at all. So it was not a very good explanation. All right, we got this. You're probably gonna start to feel this in your hip flexors because this is definitely making your legs work as well as your core. Remember, we're gonna keep that waist pulled in the entire time. We have last 3 on each side. Last 2, sit up nice and tall, not collapsing into this body and falling in. This is your last one on each side. All right, lower those toes down. We're gonna do a little bit of a modified teaser, so we're just gonna do a little boat pose to start to intro ourselves into this. So from here, you can press your hands up. I want you to have your feet just out in front of you with those bent knees. Your arms are gonna come in front of you. And from here, you're gonna set yourself back to just lift those legs up a little bit. So we're just holding this boat pose position for a second. And then we're gonna tap those feet back down. Good, shift your weight backwards to lift those feet back up and just hold here for a second. And tap yourself, those feet back down. All right, let's keep going here. Maybe you wanna try and extend your legs out to a full teaser. Maybe you wanna keep them in that boat pose. All right, just give me 2 more like this. This is your last one. Everybody reaches up and we're holding here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Set those feet down. Amazing. Before we jump into some arm work, I want you guys to turn around and just give yourself a nice little stretch here. So you're just gonna have that back, that spine in a nice big extension. Maybe that feels like too much. You can walk your hands out in front of you and just let the gaze come into the wall in front of you. Keeping those shoulders rolled down the entire time. Maybe you come down onto those forearms, whatever you need. Press yourself up. You can even do a little bit of a mix. So you're pressing yourself up and lowering yourself back down. All right, now have everyone press themselves into a quick child's pose position. Hold here for 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's jump into some upper body work. So you're just gonna have those hips on your heels. We're gonna do just some basic lower and lift. So keeping things pretty straightforward here. I know we just did an upper body workout, so we're not gonna do anything too crazy. We just begin lifting your arms up and lowering them down. So we're lifting and lowering. Keep going right there with that motion. Lifting up, lowering down. The most important part here is that we're not lifting those shoulders up as the arms lift up. You're keeping those shoulders rolled down your back the entire time. You look so good for 3, for 2, and 1. Hold those arms up. We're just gonna hold here in this T position, allowing yourself to get nice and comfortable, but also uncomfortable the longer we hold it. Keep holding for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now I want you to begin flipping your palms up towards the ceiling and then flipping them back towards the back of the room. So you're lifting them up, lifting them back. Yes, you can. The only thing that's moving are those hands. You want to try and keep those arms super still so you stay in that work and where that point of tension is. All right, we got this. You have last 8, 7, 6, 5, keep going. If this just feels way too easy, if you happen to have dumbbells with you or any 2 to 3 pound objects in your house that you can hold in your hands, you're welcome to add those as well. Last 3, 2, and this is your last 1. Hold those arms straight. From here, begin to circle your arms forward. Just little circles forward towards the room in front of you. We have 6, 5, 4, moving with control for 3. Roll those shoulders down. I'm going to say that 100 times. 2, and 1. Pause, and now reverse those circles. So we're just reversing and moving those circles to the back before they come forward. You guys got this. As those arms start to fatigue, those shoulders are going to want to come up, but I want you to press them down. The crown of the head is long towards the ceiling. You have last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold those arms. Give me little pulses up. You're just pulsing the arms to about 2 inches up from that base position. We have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold right here and just pulse down about 2 inches for 10, 9, 8. Yes, you can. Don't give up on me. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold those arms just straight. We're holding here. You have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Don't drop those arms yet. I want you to bring those arms to goalpost and extend them back out. So you're coming to goalpost and extending back out. I know, but how we fatigue these arms is by staying in the work. You guys got this. I know those arms are starting to turn on. They are starting to shake. That is what we want here. Moving with control into these goalposts. If you want to introduce a little bit of movement, you can always set yourself up off of your heels and come back down. But if you want to focus mainly on those arms, you can just stay right here. We have last 4, 3, last 2, and last 1. Meet me in those goalpost arms. Now from here, you're going to reach your arms up and pull them back down to the goalpost. Yes, you can. I know. You guys got this. Extending up high, lowering down. Again, as we extend up high, you don't want those shoulders to come up. The shoulders stay down. It's just the arms and fingertips reaching, and then they pull back down. You guys got this. You have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, And last one, hold your arms in goalposts, and now you're closing the arms in like you're closing a book and opening it back out. Closing in and opening. Yes, you can. You have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, last 2, and last one. Hold those arms in goalposts, and we finish with just little pulses up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Lower those arms down. Whew, I definitely felt that. Let's go ahead and stretch them out a little bit. So just cross your left arm over the right and just stretch it out. Go ahead and swing those arms back, and let's just cross over to the other side. Holding here, and then we're just gonna finish with some glute work. Maybe you swing your arms back and forth a little bit. Let's take 3 big arm circles. Whew. And now let's reverse those. Circling back, last one. All right, amazing. Now that we're already on our knees, we're gonna start here. So we're also still gonna be using kind of the full body. So I know I'm talking about legs and glutes, but we are still gonna be working a little bit of that upper body. So you're gonna come onto your left knee. The right leg is gonna be extended out long. You're planting your hand onto the mat. It's right underneath your shoulder. This right arm is going to reach up overhead. From here, you're gonna pull everything in. So kissing the knee to tap the elbow and extend it back out long. Good, you're pulling everything in, extending it back out. You guys got this. We're not here for too long. You have last 6, 5, 4, 3, last 2, and last 1. Extend everything out. Give me little pulses up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your hand towards your hip. Begin to circle your leg back for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reverse that circle for 6, 5. The only thing moving should be that leg. You're using that core to keep you super still. 3, 2, and 1. Tap that knee, leg down, and lift it back up. So you're just tapping the toe down and lifting up. That left arm is also having to work because it's holding and stabilizing that body. All right, we got this. You have last 5, 4, yes you can, 3, 2, and last 1. Set it down. All right, let's bring it down onto that left hip here. Taking a quick stretch, so bringing the right knee stacked over the left. Just go ahead and reach your right arm long towards the wall, towards the left. Our glute series isn't super long today because we focus more on core and abs. So let's go ahead and jump straight on in and do this on the other side. All right, so this time you're on your right knee, the left leg extends out. This time the left arm comes overhead. And now again, we're gonna pull everything into kiss and extend it back out long. Tapping and extending. You guys got this. You're so close to the end of this workout. I want you to give it everything you got right here. We have last 5, 4, 3, last 2, and this is your last one. Extend everything out. Give me little pulses up and down with both the hand and the leg for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that hand to your hip. Give me little circles to the back. Lift this left leg up as high as you can. I know it's probably gonna start shaking. You have last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reverse the circle forward for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it and give me those little pulses up for 10, 9, yes you can, 8, 7, 6 is where you finish for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Set everything down. Whew. All right, that last little bit was a burner, even though it was so short. Reach this left hand up over. You can come onto that right forearm. Just take a nice little stretch here, reaching for that right wall. All right, let's cool down a bit. Not too long because we're already towards the end of this workout. Let's figure 4 this right leg over the left and let you just sway your hips side to side. Yes, you can. I'm so used to saying, yes, you can. Like, you guys got it. I'm like, you guys are probably like, thank you. I'm finally in a rest position. All right, hold stillness here. Just try and pull your chest closer to that right leg. All right, let's go ahead and switch. So just crossing the left over the right. And again, rocking those hips back and forth. All right, so hold stillness and pull that chest, leaning it in towards that left leg this time. All right, amazing. Let's just come back onto those heels with your glutes on those heels, and let's take one big group breath up. So inhale, reach your arms up high to the ceiling, and exhale, bring your hands back to your heart center. Amazing, you guys killed this. Feel free to take a little more stretching if you feel like you need that. Maybe you want to do a tiny bit more glute work. All of these workouts are a little bit on the shorter side, so sometimes putting everything in, like doing a full body workout in 25 minutes, we can't hit every single muscle as much, but I know you guys are probably getting really tired because you guys are sticking to this challenge. You're doing it and showing up for yourself every single day. You guys are absolutely killing it, and I can't wait to see you in the next one.